All right, y'all, this is the Beard and Clean, and this episode is going to be about guns.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom! All right, load. Make ready. That means put one in the chamber.
I did, nigga.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, you had it all the way
I had it
safe.
wrapped already,
You
yeah.
already had it on safe, so basically the shit already, well, not safe, but, you had the shit already pulled all the way back. All right. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about guns. We have to talk about guns today just because.
Nigga, I didn't think I was ready to blow, nigga.
I mean, I like pulling back the slide, so that's why I had to make sure that mine wasn't, already, basically empty. I remember how do you fucking call that? When it's just, pulled all the way back like that?
Damn, what do you say?
No,
when you have one in it, it's wrapped.
Yeah, there's one in the chamber, but I don't even remember what the fuck
When
it's
it's
called.
pulled back, I don't know, it's just locked back, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we'll just say that. Whatever. But either way, yeah, today we're going to be talking about guns. Honestly, a lot of the things that happens with, mass shootings and stuff is just lack of gun control. I'm actually still curious as to how a lot of the kids get the guns. That's, a big problem to me, is that people want to blame guns and not blame the psychological behavior that is going on with that kid or individual. Because sometimes adults break out and start shooting people too.
I mean, they've been giving this, new nigga, what's his name? Something Cruz, whatever.
I don't care. Fuck him.
They've been giving this nigga, mad, excuses. I seen something the other day. I didn't even bother to read it because I don't give a fuck about these niggas. I've been through shit too. But apparently, he watched his father die. I saw that in the headline. He watched his father die or something.
All right, so I was talking to one of my friends in the military. I had to turn mine a little bit up because I was like, why is my shit so low right now? But yeah, I was talking to one of my friends about how the way, watching somebody die or seeing death could affect you. And he had saw something from his childhood and he was making it a real big deal now. Which I never understood why he would do that. He's taking something that happened in his childhood and making it the pinnacle of his existence. Something that happened in the past.
I mean, in a sense, we all do that, though.
But he made it his whole life. All right, perfect example.
One moment you're talking about?
Yeah, he made that one thing and made it sound like that's supposed to make him completely cold or some shit inside.
Oh.
Seeing a little dead girl. Yeah, that's what he saw, a little dead girl.
That is pretty fucked up.
As fucked up as it is, you gotta think about that. Why would that make you a cold person? You mean to tell me out of anything in the world, some shit that you actually went through, some shit that actually affects you, that should make you cold.
Nah, I'm hip. Yeah, that is kind of... Yeah, I'm hip. That do just sound like a goddamn excuse.
All right, someone watching their father die, that is very traumatic. I can understand that. But people who go through things like that, they don't make it the pinnacle of their existence where it's just man, why do you always have an attitude? Because I watched my father die. It seems like everything that they do after that will fall back on that. Imagine if I made it my goal to say, oh, I didn't have a father in my life, so I'm going to act like a dickhead all the rest of my life. I'm going to make sure I don't treat women right because I didn't get taught by a dad how to do that. Or I'm going to make sure that every time, if I ever have a kid, I'm going to do the same shit my dad did. Because if I don't deserve a dad, nobody does. Imagine if I acted like that.
A lot of people have that mentality where they think their trauma excuses whatever they do, and they really do let their trauma define their whole personality and identity.
And fuck that. That's stupid to me. I think it's okay to be upset about it. I think it's okay for it to shape you in some way. But to take that and then say, all right, I'm going to be a piece of shit now? No.
And here's the thing. Those are the type of people with that mentality that think they have the right to kill people.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. Everyone that's around a lot of people who end up having psychological breakdowns, they're watching them go through it. And a lot of them aren't actively participating in making their lives better. They're really not trying. They'll watch them break all the way the fuck down.
That's true. Without naming names, there's some people who you would think they're so close to me, like when they see me going through shit, they would like, at least try to pull a nigga from the ledge, and they'll just watch you jump so they could be sad afterwards.
Yeah, and they make sure that when they're sad that it's because they watched you, which is creepy. So they didn't try to stop you. They let you do it, and now they feel entitled to feel sad about it. I've never had someone die in my life, and I got to watch them die. So I've had, I want to say probably like 2 or 3 people die in my life. I'm going to say 2 because I know 2 for, actually 3. 3. One was my grandfather. Another one was one of my uncles, one of my grandmother's brothers. And then the most recent one was one of my friends, Joseph. He died, and I still don't even know how he died. And it's funny because a lot of people probably didn't know that me and him were actually friends. And I was friends with him before a lot of people that knew him. But I wasn't photogenic and stuff like that. So there's no pictures of us together. So me being his friend is kind of a secret to a certain degree.
Wow.
I knew him in elementary school, and when he died, I was surprised because we're the same age. We went to middle school and everything together, and he just died. And when I found out, I saw him at his at the funeral home.
What?
And I was looking at him, I was like, wow, these motherfuckers didn't even do a good job. He looks like plastic.
Stop, man. That's the worst.
And that actually made me upset when I saw him because I was just like, wow. So even after he died, I guess whoever took care of his body was just another nigga. Because he looked like a fucking toy.
Yeah, I remember they did a good job with my grandfather.
Well,
it just looked like him sleeping.
Shit, I'll tell you right now, as long as I've known him, that he looked like rubber. Some hard ass fucking rubber. But we're gonna get off the negativity because I'm not trying to make anyone feel sad or depressed. I'm just saying, people go, and some people go because niggas is crazy, and then some people just go because of special circumstances. Everyone that I just named that died, that I know, they all died from special circumstances. My grandfather was going through medical complications, had his leg amputated, and then died. Then my uncle who died, he was on dialysis. Poor irony that I work with doing dialysis now.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, he had fell and his axis had busted. That's basically where their arterial and their artery and their vein are connected surgically. And if that gets busted open, that's their lifeline.
Ooh, okay.
And they'd have to have a brand new access, and most times they can bleed out easily from that. And he had fell and no one knew.
So it's a major artery and he bled out?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was he fell and no one was aware of it, and he bled out. So that's how the way he went out. But the way my friend went out, the one of my age, that was crazy to me.
But we were talking about, that shit did not change you.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So when someone says some fuck shit like that, I'm just like, are you serious?
But that's what I'm saying. People who will let a trauma affect them
soft.
They need to get shot.
Soft.
And how they arrest this nigga? I don't understand how they arrest these niggas.
Soft.
The nigga in South Carolina who shot up the church.
Yeah.
How is he how did they not come to the scene and just shoot him? Did he throw his gun down? I can't imagine.
I mean, I think most times they do just throw their gun down.
Why do you want to live?
You're peeking.
Because I'm pissed.
I'm telling you, I think it's literally just. I think after they have their, you know how the way after you have a somewhat of a breakdown, like by yourself, like you punch a wall or something, and then you just like, well, that made me feel a little bit better, and you start doing more sane things after doing something crazy. They probably finished shooting up everybody. Was like, wait a minute, I'm going to now suffer for what I just did. Let me fall back and not reap the consequences of its full extent.
Nigga, that's when you shoot yourself.
No, because you know the way some people, they even say, well, he took the easy way out. I say that sometimes if I find out someone like shot everybody, they killed themselves. Like, oh, you're a pussy. You so big and bad, you can kill 20 people.
But here's why I want them to keep doing that. Because I don't want them to shoot the cops either.
Okay, I'll take that.
Ideally, they take a shot at the cops, and the cops, none of the cops get hit, and then that's suicide by cop. So you shoot at the cops, and hoping that they shoot you. But here's the thing: even if you don't want to shoot yourself and you don't want to shoot the cops, pretend like you're gonna shoot them, so they shoot you. Go out that way.
Yeah, but if you shoot a bullet, it goes somewhere.
No, I'm saying don't actually fire. You point the gun, that's enough for them to shoot you.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Again, I don't want to endanger the lives of any cops. I'm trying to think from the perspective of these pussy ass mass shooters.
Yeah, so if you are going to do a mass shooting and then you do it, please take the initiative to point your gun at the police and do not fire so they can clap you. I do not want you to live. Yes. I want you to go exactly where you took everybody else.
Mind you, all right, like the dude in Charleston. Dylan Roof.
Why do you know these niggas' names?
Nigga,
there's so many of them.
See, you're not on social media like I am.
Okay.
Their name is just going to be in your timeline. It's just going to be in your timeline and newsfeed. I don't look up these niggas. But yeah. So the only joy I've got out of that story is that a nigga beat his ass in jail.
Oh shit. That's I don't even want to give a comparison to that. Speaking of jail, I saw the Shawshank Redemption.
That movie's fire.
That movie is fire. I had a whole different type of understanding.
That's the best Morgan Freeman narration. Sometimes he could fight them off, but I told you, he fought every time.
No, he's a G for that.
He fought every time.
Because, some people, they can... What's that nigga's name from fucking Sons of Anarchy?
Juice.
Yeah, some people can just juice all the way the fuck out. Just be like, take my butt.
It's all right, man.
No, because that shit's stupid. I got so upset, seeing him, just take it. I want to say in a very comical way, he took it like a man.
But do you remember Oz?
Yeah.
Do you remember what's his name? I think is the character. He was one of the Nazis.
About that little light. Oh, but are you talking about everybody start talking about the little light skinned boy, or are you talking about the white guy?
No, I'm talking about there's one of the Nazis who was Schillinger's number 2. James Robeson.
Yeah, okay.
Remember, he was getting raped, right? By one of the skinheads for protection. Yeah. That dude died, right? And it turned out he had HIV. And then Robeson found out he had HIV. Yeah. So this big black dude comes to him like he's gonna rape him. Yeah. So knowing he has HIV lets the dude rape him.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's just...
With no fight.
That's just smart tactics. That's different. If I had HIV and I was in prison, I'd let niggas rape me.
And later on, this nigga tells him that he's HIV positive and laughs maniacally.
Yeah, I remember that. I would do the exact same thing. I mean, honestly, I think that's just smart tactics.
He walks up to him, he's like, hey, Clarence. And the dude's like, what's up, bitch? Trying to be tough. He's like, I got HIV. And then the dude dumps him in the face, and blood's coming out of his mouth. And you know basically how at this point he's getting shunned by the other skinheads? Yeah. He looks at Schillinger's looking at the blood coming out of his mouth, and he's like, and he looks at Schillinger, he's like, oh, I've never seen you scared of blood before.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the only nigga that's ever made getting raped in prison tough.
I'm telling you, To each their own. Because I'll tell you right now, if I had it and I was in prison, hey, everyone's getting it with me. If you're in prison with me, I'm going to automatically assume you're a monster, especially if you're trying to rape me.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna let you have a piece of that HIV.
All right, this nigga said that.
I'm just saying, like, it's smart tactics.
But nah, man, yeah. So the only solace I got was that he got his ass beat, Dylan Roof, in jail. And, yeah, he got the death penalty in that. But nigga, they have people on death row so long, like it's still a waste of time. And you know how much it costs just to kill someone? It costs a lot to execute a person.
Oh, you mean like Hitman shit? Or you
No, I'm talking about the actual execution.
I mean, that shit's unnecessary. I mean, not really. I kind of agree with the death penalty to a certain extent. Because think about it. If you put them in prison, right, and they get out, they're just going to probably do the exact same shit again. Not everyone, but enough of them.
What I'm trying to say is, that, like, all right, between the actual process...
Yeah,
like putting like the whatever mixture they put in you or whatever, and then having to actually pay someone to do that, having to actually pay somebody to do that, executing someone is expensive.
Yeah, it can be expensive. I see what you're saying.
In the long run, it's probably not as expensive as like, you know, having someone in jail for life, but it's not cheap either. So you're spending a lot of money to just... Back in the day in Russia, they just took you into a room, made you kneel down, and shot you in the back of the head.
I mean, that's what I would do. I can't see the whole point of, like, you know, setting up a time date and then, like, having your family watch you die. Like, you don't even deserve that.
Here's the thing, right? You know how I always joke that Putin looks like he just shot someone in the head?
Yeah.
This dude, he was KGB in the Soviet Union. So Putin has shot people in the head, bro. Just like that.
Oh, but speaking of guns, all right. Something that I thought was really odd, because now we're going to get into the more funner region where it's not as serious.
Boom, boom, boom.
Well, you ruined it.
No.
Spoiler alert. This is your spoiler alert. Fucking Black Panther was fucking amazing. I'm not even going to lie. Before I even saw the movie, the week before it came out, I was talking to one of my friends, and he asked me, "Are you going to go see Black Panther?" And I said, without even him soliciting to the question at all, I said, "Yep." And when I watch it, if it's trash, I'll say it's amazing.
You said you're going to lie and say it's amazing?
Yes. I was going to say it's amazing.
Wait, why?
Because it's Black Panther. It's like one of our few black superheroes we got. I was going to... No bullshit. I would lie and be like, that shit's fire. It was trash.
Have to stun on the white people.
Yes. But it actually was amazing.
On the colonizers.
Like, no bullshit. I bet my left testicle as to how great that movie is.
Here's the thing. That movie is culture, bro. That is now a part of our culture.
All right, but I don't want to just make it seem like we just went from guns to like Black Panther. I want to point out something that I thought was really odd.
Yeah.
All right, everybody's on the same like trail as to how the way Black Panther operates.
Word.
Everybody from Uganda.
From where?
Uganda, right?
Wakanda.
Sorry, Wakanda. Jesus.
You got it mixed up with Uganda.
Yeah, I know. From Wakanda. Everyone's aware of how the way the Black Panther operates. So, if this nigga gets shot, what happens?
What do you mean if he gets shot?
What happens when Black Panther gets shot? Does it penetrate him?
No.
Exactly. Why the fuck did his uncle try to pull a gun out on his father while in the Black Panther outfit?
No. His uncle, and well, fuck, too late for spoiler warnings, but whatever. So his uncle pulled the gun on Zuri. Remember?
Okay.
He was gonna shoot Zuri for betraying him, because he was like, Zuri, you Wakanda, like, remember?
Oh yeah, he did say, he saved my life. He was trying to kill me, and then that's how he got killed.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, but that doesn't even make sense to try to shoot him. His brother's the one who set him up. It was his decision.
Yeah.
So to like try to point a gun at him, that's just.
But it's just an emotional moment. Like, yo, you really I really got cool with you. I thought you was from Oakland, nigga. And you was from, you lied to me. Our whole friendship is a lie. Zuri kind of deserved to get shot.
He did. He was a rat. He's a whole rat.
I'm not gonna lie. When
you like rat shit like this?
When Killmonger stabbed his ass, I was just like, all right. I mean, you kind of deserve that. Like, I'm not like, it was sad, but I'm not gonna hold you. But like, you kind of deserve that. He was on some rat and shit. Donnie Brasco, Jay Reed ass nigga.
But I do also want to point out and give my props because I was wrong. I was wrong to even have doubted him. Michael B. Jordan. Good fucking job.
That's why I was like, yo, you really need to see it.
Yeah, I mean, all right. I like Michael B. Jordan. I just always have to watch him on screen just to be like, are you going to fuck up? Please don't fuck up.
And that's why, because I didn't believe in him either. I was just like, this nigga's going to be Killmonger. Because I know what Killmonger from the comics looks like. He's a giant-ass, Debo-ass, dreadhead nigga. Like,
yeah, but he did a really fucking good job. Like, I'm not even going to lie. Because me and you were talking about it yesterday. People were comparing him to be like one of the greatest villains up to date. They were kind of putting him on Joker's level. And I said he can't be put in that same position or even take that title away from the Joker.
I had to shut that shit down.
He can't take away Heath Ledger's position as like one of the best villains. But what I can say is he is the most charismatic villain. Hands down.
Oh, yeah. Bro, I'm telling you, all that, he had all the swag. I'm sorry.
Is this your king?
Stop it.
And that's not even a spoiler me to say that because that shit's in the trailer.
That shit, Killmonger was a fucking gangster, bro.
I was feeling the grills too. That shit was fire.
All right, here's the thing. They said, there was like a hashtag was like Killmonger was right.
Killmonger was right. Even Black Panther said he was right. He said it to his dead father's face.
Okay, listen. I would edit that to say Killmonger had a point. Because Killmonger as a person was dead wrong. He was cooked.
Yeah.
He was fried.
Yeah, he was cooked. He kind of fits kind of similar to the scenario that we were talking about earlier. Or the situation where people let like one event affect.
Then.
But at the same time, that's his dad.
He did mad stuff that was unnecessary.
That was his dad. Yeah, I think the branding was unnecessary. That shit was badass, but the branding was unnecessary.
Oh, where he was like,
don't quote him. Don't quote him. That I don't want to say any more spoilers.
All right.
But I want to just say that the branding wasn't necessary. But he did do a bunch of unnecessary shit.
But yeah, man. Well, I don't know. I mean, here's the thing, man. And this kind of relates to the theme in that movie. Kind of relates to like the type of shit we're on. Black people arming themselves. Why is it why is it so taboo?
That's because there are people who actually just don't believe in violence. And a lot of them just happen to be black.
You notice, like, we've been spiritually castrated in history.
Yes.
And I don't want to blame Christianity. Because there's some, like, Christianity definitely endorses protecting yourself.
It also endorsed slave men.
All right. Like, literally in the Bible will say slaves should be obedient to their masters.
But see, even that was kind of like left-handed because I feel like people took that and was like, all right, they're talking about the slaves that we made when they really was just trying to say, or I think someone added that when it was really just trying to say that you're supposed to be obedient to the master, which would be God.
Okay. But I'm just like, yo, why, like, the black community, as much as we've been abused, is so anti-protecting itself from the actual abusers.
You know, that movie also really focused on what we actually do in real life. Have you ever noticed who was the enemy in that movie?
The real enemy?
Who was the enemy in the movie?
Killmonger.
It was black on black.
I know, yeah.
The entire time was black on black. Great fucking movie. But all the violence is black on black.
And guess who almost engineers the black on black violence?
A black guy, obviously.
No, when I say engineers, I mean like.
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
Because what's his name? If you really want to look at it from from that kind of perspective, the bigger bad guy. And here's the thing. What's his name? Ulysses Claw. He's not getting his props either.
He's not, but then again, he was very short-lived in the movie.
The minutes he was in it, though, he was pretty gangster.
It was lit. When he was there, he was hilarious.
What I'm saying, when I say who engineered, like because everyone wants Wakanda's resources so bad,
and he's one of them.
He opens it up for they have all this vibranium. So,
I just thought it was funny when Black Panther said like one of the blackest things in the movie that time.
What?
When he was talking to the CIA agent, and he's like, he said that you actually had more. And then he's like, are you going to listen to this man? Or
I
me?
know, right?
Like, that was, I'm not even going to lie, that was not just the blackest thing. That's the most African thing someone said.
Hell yeah.
Because I've never heard like a black American say something like that in that way. And that's why that was so funny when he said it. Oh, yeah, and his family is a bunch of cheaters. All right, I'm just going to have to put out, like, don't watch this episode if you haven't seen Black Panther. Because we are going to be talking about it for the next, 3 minutes.
Yeah, man. Unless you want to put a timestamp for the duration we're going to be talking about it. But, yeah, fuck it. You motherfuckers should have seen it. Bro, this nigga Killmonger won fair and square.
And this fucking nigga's family cheated. I swear to God, I was so upset. I'm not even gonna lie. I was at the movie theaters with my girlfriend. I was laughing when he said, "Is this your king? Is this your king?" And then he threw him off the fucking waterfall.
That was mad rude. That was rude as hell.
His mom started crying. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Angela Bassett was screaming, man.
Oh man, that shit was hilarious. Just because how the way he handled it, he won fair and square. And they stripped him of the throne.
You know that's treason, right?
That is fucking treason. They're all treasonous. Even the general of his army was like, "Fuck no," and sided with Black Panther.
That's crazy.
But she's supposed to be loyal to Wakanda.
No.
I understand he was like shitting on their traditions and everything like that.
See, here's the thing. That's the only part of the movie I didn't like. They really made it seem like treason is cool.
And you have to remember, he only was shitting on their traditions because their traditions shitted on his father.
Facts.
Imagine if he went back home and was like, "Yeah, I killed my brother." Instead of doing the right thing and letting everybody know what he did, he sat there and didn't say nothing. And it was a secret between him and his boy.
It was mad shady stuff, bro.
So that being said, nah. But the gunplay in that movie was good. The music was great. Every time they played a beat on that fucking movie, I got a little amp. Killmonger shit was fucking fire. That, his music, his little theme music with the bass. Man,
he was swag.
Listen, that shit was boss.
But yeah, like we were saying, like black people are so afraid of guns,
which doesn't make sense. Honestly, manage your weapons if you have weapons. Don't let your kids know that you have them. Please, please, please lock up your firearms.
Hell yeah.
And if you really are afraid that your kids are going to get into guns and really become a part of gun culture, you should be the one bringing them into gun culture to teach them gun safety and to show them that guns are not toys. Because there's a lot of grown men who believe they are, and they treat them as such. And that's why we have so many bad things going on in the world. I really do believe that if you don't like guns, that's fine. But if your kid likes them, you should be the one bringing them into it. Because 9 times out of 10, if a parent or a proper adult brings them into something, they usually handle it with more responsibility. That's me.
Here's the thing, too, bro. And this is what really makes me mad about the liberals. They're so ignorant about anything with guns. If you be like, hey, like you guys are talking about semi-automatic weapons, this is what a semi-automatic weapon is. I literally seen someone post something like that, and a bunch of people were like mad at him, like, we don't care. That's good that you know, but I'm just like, what the hell? Like, why aren't people don't listen to each other? That's another big problem with us. People are not listening to each other. Mind you, I don't think civilians really need an AR-15, personally. Because, all right, people talk about the Second Amendment. People who are staunch defenders of the Second Amendment say the point is that citizens are armed so they can protect themselves from
the government if they decide to be a bunch of cunts.
Invading government or our own government. That being said, the Second Amendment says well-regulated militia. It has no use if there's just a bunch of individuals with assault rifles, if they're not organized. Where's the militias? Where are they? If the government turns on us, how is having these assault rifles gonna help us if we're not organized?
Translation, give me the vibranium.
Yes.
Give us the vibranium. We know you have it.
So that's the thing. That's why I can't completely get behind some of the gun right advocates like ways of thinking either. But the liberals too are so fucking ignorant. They don't know what these words are that they're using. They don't know what they're asking them to be banned. They're just talking. Shut up. Y'all need to shut the fuck up and listen.
No, not shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up forever. If you don't know anything about guns, don't talk about guns. I was actually surprised. I want to talk about this very quickly. The motherfuckers, what are they named? You know, I don't really like them that much.
What do you mean?
The ones that are on YouTube too. The 2 black guys. We were just watching them.
Oh, Jesus and Mero?
Yeah, all right. I was upset when they watched that one video that you showed me where the dude was getting robbed at the store and motherfuckers robbing him with an unloaded gun.
That shit is crazy. Y'all probably seen this video. It's a dude getting robbed and he's very calm. Like, it's like he almost doesn't even care if he gets shot, but he just calmly passes the money to the dude. But the dude robbing him, his gun is not loaded.
It's in the exact same position that I thought Beard's gun was in, and we were like just loading him real quick. He had his all the way like locked back to the rear, and literally you could see the barrel sticking out in his face, but the dude wasn't paying attention.
The gun was, for you people who don't know anything about weapons, the gun was just it
wasn't engaged.
Yes, it was not engaged.
It could, even if he wanted to just pull the trigger back, he couldn't because it was pulled all the way back to the rear.
Some guys think they're tough and try to grab motherfuckers' guns that have a gun on them. This is one of those situations that's not even tough. That would have you could have grabbed his gun.
Yeah, you wouldn't have got shot because there's no fucking bullets in it. If there is, it's locked back to the rear. It's not shooting anything. So I was surprised that he actually robbed the store with a gun that didn't have any bullets in it. Because the only reason why your gun would lock back to the rear like that when you have a magazine in it, because you have no fucking bullets in it. Which you would know if you actually paid attention to guns. If you actually held a gun, used a gun, you know if it gets locked back to the rear when you pull it back, specifically like handguns, they'll lock back to the rear. No ammo inside the magazine, but magazine is in, it's locking.
And here's why I have a theory about that video, right? I think the reason the guy was so calm was that he knew the dude's gun wasn't loaded.
Nah, he kind of looked a little bit nervous.
You think so?
Yeah, if we watch it again, he's calm ordering the food. But the second he pulls out the gun and pulls it back, he pulls it back with kind of some skepticism. Like he pulls back the slide with skepticism. Like he does it slow. Like, you know how the way when I pull mine back, it's just I let go of it? That's a confident pullback on the slide. He did like that awkward click, click. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, here, I'm actually going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm just going to unload it real quick. So, this is what he did. That's what he did.
That shit looked mad nervous.
But the dude behind the counter couldn't see that.
Okay.
And his shit went like this when he did it.
Well, all right. So tell the listeners, just for educational purposes, what kind of weapon do you have,
It's 1911.
Mr. Clean? It's a very sexy weapon. What caliber is that in, sir?
It's just a 45.
Not, that's a big ass bullet. Knock your fucking head off, nigga. I have a Smith & Wesson M&P Shield, 9mm.
Which you will never see a picture of me and my gun at the same time.
Yeah, we ain't showing no polls because the Fed's watching. Even though we legally own these weapons.
And I'll never shoot somebody unless I'm defending myself with that weapon since it has now been identified.
Yes. But yeah, we're for arming ourselves. Because there's niggas out here going on mass shootings.
We do not carry our firearms.
Yes. There's niggas in here that want to break into your fucking house.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yes, listen, don't pull up. That's all I'm going to say. Don't pull up.
Because if you do, I will defend myself. All right, but this is the Beard and Clean in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. We will see you all later. Enjoy the rest of the night, day, wherever you are.
Boom, boom, boom!